Yes, Ark is in love with L, and L is in love with Ark. That's clear as day. But it's not explicit. It's not thrown in your face. And I appreciate that. In this swampy sea of bland protagonists that are swimming in harems, it is nice to see something a little less in your face. Anyway. Let's get back to being an asshole. Hello, Weaver, how are you? Something's odd. I feel strange, as if I awoke from a long sleep to an unfamiliar place. But what could it mean? This slave labour. I suppose it's the only economy keeping Christia going. Did you sleep well? No. Woke up on the floor. I wove in a prayer to protect you from adversity, Ark. Have you ever witnessed a love so pure? Makes you wonder if you've ever loved. Something was broken on that sound cue. But it matters not. The get item sound effect is rather obnoxious. So we can ditch our clothes and go to wearing L cape. +3 to defense, so good. Makes me feel happy I didn't waste my money buying leather armor from the shop here. You actually need that, because if you try to enter Tower 5 without it, you will get your ass slapped out of it so hard by the Guardian. He doesn't even have to touch you to throw you out of the place. But let's go and wreck him. What the hell is that thing on the desk? It's a metronome. Good for making sure that the weavers are weaving at a good rate. I mean, what are we paying them for? Joke's on them, we aren't paying them at all. Truth teller says maybe they can date after the battle. Don't do this to my heart. Hey, Guardian. Pathetic. But he left a mark on my cape, so let's go and make him pay for it. Hope you got insurance, man. Life insurance. I'm having nothing to do with these gardeners. Now this is a trap. If you go through that, you actually fall out of the tower. You need to take this route. Get out of my way. Jings, it's like I'm back in that bust place in the witch's castle, the witch's house. Okay, so, time to master the dash attack quite quickly. Like I said before, the dash attack is where it's all at. Don't know how to attack you now. I could be doing a lot more damage if I'd spent money getting a better weapon, but you know me and spending money, it just doesn't happen. Life is up, luck is up, so we're not about to do any more damage. Okay, for some reason I still am. Might be because I busted his face. Too easy. But sometimes you have to really get inside the bosses to do the real damage, so it can be risky. If you mess up your timing, then, well, you're inside them and you just get constantly damaged. Heck no, I am not returning to that old fogey right now. Low development and very low chance of gold, so not worth our time. But finally the chickens are resurrected. I am karmically balanced out for the death of the tadpoles in Witch's house. And the fisher's back to work. Still not going to nibble anything though. Okay, but our job is not done. We have a couple of Easter eggs to unlock as well. This isn't any kind of speedy run, so I can afford to do this. Remember these big guys took a few hits earlier? Nope. Irks me when money spawns over there, because I just can't get to it. And this isn't like Illusion of Time or Illusion of Gaia, where you can wave your stick and attract jewels. Yeah, those are the days. Alright, Polonaise resurrected, too small to be shown on our greasy napkin of a map. But we might end up paying a visit there much later on in the game. Now, where is the other place? Yeah, I definitely remember. Well, it isn't a big place, I'm sure I'll find it. In the meantime, we get to enjoy one of the greatest tracks in the game. I mean, they're all great, but this is... that's it. This all seems quite derelict, but let's go. Slider puzzles, I can't stand them. But I'm too good for this one. Europe is indeed a part of Asia in this game. Alright, Mu is resurrected, so hold on to your jimmies, Illusion of Gaia players. In Europe it was called Illusion of Time, so I got very confused and excited when people said there was a quintet game called Illusion of Gaia. I was like, yes, another quintet game to play, but no. It was not to be. Let's get back to our hometown girl. I mean, we've done it, right? We've saved everyone in the village, got ourselves an awesome poncho, and a little sidekick, and we have all the childhood friend we could possibly want waiting for us in our little village. Game over, right? I like that Ark actually has no idea what he's talking about. The Elder is talking about all these grand things, and Ark's just like, yeah, okay. Whatever you say, Gramps. Remember, we're inside the Earth right now, and here's a hole leading to the surface. Old man, what is it? Strange world, infinite pool of island continents. Ark has no idea. Now that is touching. Even the old man thinks we should go and say goodbye to Elle. And I agree. Let's go see her. Let's go see our sweetheart. She'll give us a hug and a kiss goodbye. You know, purely platonic way, I'm sure. And it'll be the last words we hear from Elle. For just a short while, goodbye. Game laying it on thick and hard, so fast. Alright, let's go populate the world. Yeah, I know what you're going on about, Gramps. I heard it before. You shall go to the surface and revive the world. Once you venture across, you cannot return until your duty is done. Oh, shoot. Oh, chose the wrong one. Thinking about Elle has got me all in a tiz. Alright, let's go. Some advice before you depart. The crystal spear you obtained in Pandora's box. It is effective only under crystal blue, that is, in our world. On the surface, you must use a healing bulb to regain strength. Do not be stingy. Do you know who you're talking to here, Elder? Enough, be off with you. Alright, let's go. Brobman Sextuple 2 says, is Ark essentially God in this game? Yes. Yomi sure is direct, but also correct. Let's go explore the world. And we're in Samerica, in the Amazon, but everything is pretty burnt out here. Pretty damn burnt out. What little areas we find are just barren wastelands. But may as well harvest the Magirock while it's going. Now, these souls are vendors, and they sell Magirocks. But they cost money, and you know I like spending money, so forget this guy. Let's go and resurrect the world. Ark, come here, okay. Heard you the first time. I have waited for you so long now. Yeah, okay. And this soul also wants to sell us goodies, so I'll take a couple of poison cures, because I don't know if I'm going to need those or not. For the health, nah, I'll be fine without it. Now let's go. Also 10 out of 10 for spooky music in this dungeon. But it gets 100 times spookier later on. So, dungeons in this game. I am terrible at navigating them. Well, let's just go through it and hope for the best. Good thing I'm so good at fighting, so it shouldn't be too much of a bother. Oh yeah, Ark can't swim, so water is an obstacle. Oh, sweet. A large upgrade from our Crystal Spear, and since our Crystal Spear no longer heals us, that only worked in the underground, there's really no point in hanging on to insufficient equipment, shall we say. Alright, I think I die inside here. Let's do it anyway. Inhaled poisonous gas. Ark's senses faded away, and he was thrown out. That's the death message that you get in this game. Ark's senses faded away. But it's also used in storyline points. We'll come to that later. Well, I suppose that was one of them. Kind of telling us that the air in there is poisonous, so unless we find some way to get around that, we may not proceed that way. Let's go the other way then. Loving all the money though. Raking in the levels. Nah, truth telling, we don't want to be spoiling the game now, do we? I was really wanting to stream Higurashi, to be honest, but I know we'd be full of assholes spoiling that game. Also, they only released the first chapter, so they're doing it episodically, which I can't really ethically get behind, but I do want to encourage more VMs on Steam, so I had to get it. Plants started from one tree and proliferated only gradually. By saving Ra Tree, the world should once again become green. Sounds good, let's get to it. I'm sure I was just dunking myself in the water for a good reason there, just trying to figure out what the reason was. Here again? Oh well. What I need is something to actually help me get through the area with the poisonous gas. There's something around here. Dewdrops or something to that effect. So I came to a startling realization yesterday. I don't like any Zelda game. All those times that I thought I really liked Majora's Mask, I was kidding myself. I mean, the lore is great, but I just can't stand dungeon diving in games. And Zelda dungeons are some of the worst. I came to this conclusion when I used the same song for about the 20th time to solve the same puzzle over and over again in the stone tower. It's like, oh my, there are 4 blocks that you have to press simultaneously again. How will you solve this quandary? Maybe you'll use that song that you used for the last time you had to solve this exact same puzzle. And I was just like, oh, forget it. This game will not get completed again. That is why speedruns of Zelda are so good and the regular games so garbage. Okay, so there's a lot of branches around here, as in the dungeon is branching out and I'm none the wiser as to where I'm going for my anti-poison drops. Although this looks promising. I should be a little more careful with my life, since now it is quite important. Oh, excellent. Just as I say that, the soul fully heals me. And it's probably taking me to the dewdrops. Let's go! Ark is much like the protagonist from Illusion of Gaia. His knees are made of titanium. The surface is ruined, but deep underground recovery is taking place. That plant serves as ideal flippers. Take it with you. Flippers are not what I need. I think the Yomi is the A-licious in this game. What's it to you where I'm from? It's not needed. We only had one small lake and a little river. I don't think swimming was a necessary skill back in Christia. What a great tune. They're all great tunes. Okay. Would love to get some anti-poison dewdrops, please, but no. At least we can swim around now. Not sure if we can do it in the poison water or not. Is this really the only way to go? I guess so. Hello Jake, what is this? This is Terranigma, one of my favourite games ever. It's made in Japan. I expected more Sudoku in my puzzles. Sorry, you need to play 999 for that. Never has a game rocketed up my top 5 list so quickly. 999 was a brilliant game. Well, game. A book, I guess. Money is a tricky thing in this game. It's never just a number, because there are always plenty of things that cost money in this game. But I'm never sure what's best to spend it on. And that usually ends up with me hoarding my money and being woefully under-equipped. The tricky thing is that often in this game you will buy armor or weapons to equip yourself for the oncoming dungeon. Oh good, we can swim in filthy water. But then you get to the dungeon, and it goes, oh, well done, here, have some free armor and weaponry that's better than your previous one. Okay, this is where we needed our special leaves for. So we can swim ourselves to this guy. Drink from this spring, you will be shielded from vile poison. Thank you kindly. What I find strange is you're given it as an item and then you have to drink it. Seems a little unnecessary. Oh, and we picked up a life potion. Might as well chug it. Ark sipped the raw dewdrop. He became immune to the parasite's poison. Check the Abbey Husk. What in the world? Also, you might find it a bit strange that we're able to freely communicate with plants. That's, well, that'll become a story point later on. Blocks poison with raw trees. Raw tree leaves. Well, sorry, Ellie's Cape, but we're going full Garden of Eden here. So, although I still love you, I'm just discarding the one thing you gave me. Kind of like Syria's ocarina. On the surface there was a paradise of plants called the Eve Green. God, all my life I thought that said evergreen. Jake, you know a game that was really mean with that, weapons and armors like that, was Lunar Silver Star Story. Oh, that was awful. Was that the PSP one? If so, then yes, what an awful game. Notice that we are taking significantly less damage now that we are wearing the raw tree leaves and not L's worthless cape. So I need to find my way back to the start of this dungeon and go and wreck the parasite. Strength. I'm an aggressive player in my games, so I highly value having high strength. Yeah, the PS P1. Horrible. Okay, let's get out of here. Alright, boss time. This poison will be no match for me. I'm wearing a suit made of leaves, and I drank some dewdrops. Now, if you're speedrunning this game, this is where you harvest the experience from the boss. He spits out little guys that give you a frankly enormous amount of experience and are one-hit kill. But we're not speedrunning, we're casual running, so I'm not going to spend ages harvesting experience.